Today in this video I want to talk about your investment in getting set up to make shot. If you're a person that is capable of doing a lot of the work yourself as far as the welding, and you have access to the equipment to do that, then that's going to save you a bunch of money as compared to going to a high-priced machine shop or welding fabrication place and hiring somebody to build you a tank. And some people have used other things to make a tank out of. Some people have used old stainless steel sinks and various things, but the one thing you got to watch out for when you're retrofitting something else for a tank is making sure it's deep enough. Now generally stainless steel sinks aren't very deep. Maybe 10 inches or maybe 12 inches. You really need at least a minimum of 16 inches deep on your tank if you're going to run at least 125 pounds of shot per run, because the shot will pile up too high and it won't have enough distance for the shot to drop before it comes in contact with the shot below. And then if it does do that, you'll start getting an anthill built up. Your shot needs about at least 7 inches to be able to have time to cool off before, or solidify before it comes in contact with the shot below. So back to the investment part. Once you buy your pan, or if you're capable, make your own pan. I have instructions for that and be glad to help you out. I've got slow on adding my lid here. So you're looking at a stove burner, 8-inch 220 stove burner. It's going to cost you about 15 bucks. And now I'm talking about if you go through Amazon, if you go through your local plumbing store or electric supply store, it's going to be maybe a little more than that. If you want to go with a 8-inch burner, you'll need a pan. Those are about 8 or 9 bucks. You can get those on Amazon too. Your control switch there, which is basically the same thing that goes on an electric cook stove, they're about 15 bucks on Amazon. So you're looking at, so far, 85. You're looking about $300 at this point. That's for your electrical. Of course, you're going to need a cord, a length of cord. I pay $1 a foot for it here. You may have to pay $2 where you live. Who knows? But your tank, if you are capable of building your own tank, you can go to a recycle center or places where they sell used metal and pick up some pieces and get by with building the tank for maybe 30 bucks, 40 bucks at the most if you're able to buy salvage price metal. If you don't keep your lead level high enough, you'll see a couple of drippers stop like I got going on here. Usually a little tap will get them going. There you go. If you tap that too hard, sometimes it'll disrupt the flow and cause the shot to kind of stick on the ramp. And if that happens, you better have one of these sitting handy. You hit that ramp with it right there, and it'll get rid of that for you. So keep that torch close. Also, you're going to need, I recommend a pump. Now, you don't have to do this, but it sure makes life better. Got a little 12-volt bilge pump sitting down in here that's bringing the fluid. It's taking it. The pump is sitting in this corner. It's taking from the hose across, coming up and back over, and it's circulating the fluid while you're running, which keeps your fluid a constant temperature. I'm running a little 12-volt power supply. I used to use an old 12-volt battery, but it's too much trouble to keep it charged and all that, so I just bought a $8 power supply. Works out really good. So your little things, your pump is 15 bucks. That power supply is about $8. A length of hose. You got your drain hose over here. Your overflow. Sitting down in this tank is a stock pot, just a stainless steel, or you can get them aluminum at Walmart, for instance, for about, I don't know, they're about 15 bucks for, that'll hold a 125 pound of shot. Now in the bottom of that tank you need to drill some holes, put some screen wire down in there so your fluid will stay equalized and circulated. Now you can wash, got some air bubbles coming out, trapped in that lid. Air pockets. So you can use that stock pot that you drilled holes in the bottom with your screen wire in it to wash your shot in, but don't really recommend it. It will do the job, but you've got to be careful if you try to wash too much shot at one time. The water just don't flow through that catch pot as fast as it should. So you're better off using something like this to wash your shot in. This thing is absolutely fantastic. It really lets you rinse your shot good. So put about 20-25 pounds at a time in there, and it rinses real quickly, real easily. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is your initial investment with the price of shot these days, you're basically going to pay for this thing your first run. That is, if your lead is not, if you haven't paid too much for your lead, or if you've got your lead free or whatever, your wheel weights, you're going to really be in good shape. Your second run is when you're going to start really gaining, because then you've got your whole unit paid for, and now you're going to be just totally 100% profit, depending on the price of your lead. So I'm running 7.5 again today, and I'm getting close to my 750 pounds I need. A couple more runs and I'll be done. So trying to think of anything else. Your coolant, you're going to have to invest in that. Now, everybody's got a different opinion on the coolant you use. I'm a big fan of water-soluble oil. I know some of you are using fabric softener and stuff. This lead is kind of oxidized and it's got a lot of dirt on it, but it's not a problem. Just keep it raked back and dumped off. As long as you don't let it go over the front, you're fine. But your coolant, my coolant for a 5-gallon bucket here in Kentucky is $100 for a 5-gallon bucket, and it will last you for years if you take care of it. If you keep your coolant in sealed buckets with lids on them, I'm on my 4th year with this particular batch. Now I've had to add a little to it. You will have to add a little to it occasionally, but you know, as every time you wash shot, you lose a little bit, and you'll have to make that up, you know, along the way. So just mix you up a little extra 2-gallon bucket, or even another 5-gallon bucket, and just add a little to the batch along. You're going to mix that oil 4 to 1, 4 gallons of water, 1 gallon of oil, and mix it up really good. And keep it store it in an environment that it doesn't try to freeze in the winter. I actually don't even know if it would freeze with that oil. I don't know. I keep mine in a controlled environment all the time. And so you're looking at, I know some people have bought this oil in different areas and they've had to pay maybe $130 for a bucket of it, and some of you having trouble finding it. I know Chevron makes it. As long as it's type B, it's biodegradable, type B water-soluble oil for machining, you're going to be good to go. So, you're looking at possibly, by the time you buy a 5 gallon of oil and all your little stuff here, you've got to plug in to buy maybe 10 or 12 bucks. You're still looking at getting your money back really quickly once you get your setup finished. And if you've got a good supply of lead, I mean, you're looking at years of saving yourself a bunch of money. Good morning. After their morning drive, my young'un. So anyway, just thought I would give everybody a little perspective on that. I've had a lot of questions about, how much does it cost, and everybody's concerned about cost, which they should be, especially today. But that's pretty much it. Little toggle switch here on the self-adhesive sticks to the side of the tank. Turn your pump on and off. You don't have to do that, but that's just a little extra. You can just unplug it or whatever. But there you go. Hope everybody has a great Sunday, and being Memorial Day, get out and pay some respect to your loved ones that's gone to the great beyond. So talk to you guys later. See you later.